Eric and Netta with you here on this Black Friday. Sure hope you had a great Thanksgiving, everyone, and had a little family time and really got to think about what you're grateful for and thankful for this time of year.
Right, so important to do, right? I mean, you may have had a smaller gathering this time around, but really hug the people that you're close with. That's so important to do. And yeah, we definitely have leftovers. Chow mein.
Chow mein.
About, we shopped local, went to a local restaurant, and I got chow mein for breakfast.
Good for you.
Waiting for me.
We actually have some leftover carne asada at our house too, so I think I know what I'm having for lunch here today.
Oh, I bet the kids love that.
They did,
It's a good idea to do. Also this morning we're talking about the Santa Ana winds, so let's get you caught up on your quick look at your forecast here. This is the view of Mission Bay. Look how clear it is across our skies. So pretty as that sun comes on up. We're still about 30 minutes away from the official sunrise, but look at that view. This is Mount Soledad looking all the way to the hills of Mexico. That's at the top of your screen. You can see downtown, you can see Coronado, very clear conditions. And it's because we have those offshore winds, so no cloud coverage coming on in from the coastline as we would typically see. It does feel dry out there. I'm sure you're noticing that on the skin there. You may want to get some lotion ready to go for the next few days because these dry winds will stay upon us. In fact, that red flag warning will last through tomorrow.
Today, some San Diegans could have their power shut off as we deal with these higher winds that I was just mentioning.
Yeah, precautions are being taken for the sake of safety. And News 8's Chris Groh is joining us live outside SDG&E headquarters, where they have a whole weather team watching what's going on with these winds as well. And good morning to you, Chris. I want to talk about, obviously how families can be prepared for all this.
Hey, good morning, Eric and Netta. And it's important to be prepared because, look, SDG&E says that this is absolutely a last resort. They don't want to have to do this, but they need Mother Nature to comply, and they're hoping that it will. However, as we all know, anything can change here in a moment's notice. So for those of you that live in the East County, Alpine, Campo, Crestwood, Descanso, Julian, and other neighborhoods out there, you need to be ready in case your power could be shut off to try to prevent wildfires from occurring. More than 2,700 customers have already been notified that their power could be shut off due to these high winds. We're looking at this being a possibility all the way up until just tomorrow morning. So not a lot of time, but those on alert need to be prepared. So SDG&E has a couple of tips for families just in case power is shut off. For instance, have flashlights ready, especially if this happens in the middle of the night. Also, have a cooler to keep refrigerated food cold. Any of that carne asada or chow mein or turkey or whatever it is that you have for Thanksgiving, if you want to save it, make sure you have a refrigerator ready with some ice packs, some gel packs, because when that power does come back on, you're going to want to throw out any of that perishable food that was maybe in that fridge, especially if that fridge got above 40 degrees for 4 hours or more. Now, SDG&E is also remaining on notice as well. Several hundred of their linemen, troubleshooters, and support personnel, they're working through the holiday weekend. They're making sure that if the power does go off, they can get it up and running quickly.
We're hoping that Mother Nature would cooperate and the conditions would change so that we don't have to turn anyone's power off.
And look, we know that you want to have the latest information. So we took SDG&E's outage map and their outage information, those alerts, we've linked it up with our website, cbs8.com, all one easy place for you to go to make sure that you have the information ready, especially if you have our push notifications on alert. Just go to cbs8.com and click on that help button or that story link. Eric and Netta.
All right, Chris, thank you. Now to the latest on coronavirus in San Diego. County health officials released limited data due to the holiday, but there are 1,052 new cases. 37 more people are now hospitalized and 5 more people were admitted to the ICU. They also reported 8 new deaths, now just shy of the grim 1,000 total with 996.
The pandemic is changing the way we shop this holiday season. Black Friday shifting online even more this year as the coronavirus keeps many shoppers home, and big box stores are changing their strategies because of this.
Naomi Ruckham is joining us live from New York to give us a look at how the holiday shopping season is looking a little differently. Usually there's a line behind you, but this year things are a lot different, Naomi.
That is certainly true, Eric and Netta. Early this morning, like way early, 2, 3 a.m., there was a line here right until they opened at 5 o'clock, and then they were counting people one by one to make sure they could safely socially distance once they got inside. But since then, yeah, it hasn't really been a line, though there has been a pretty steady stream of people. And if you go inside, it's pretty spread out in there too. Still, economists think that consumers are optimistic about what's to come. They will be spending this holiday season. The safest way to spend, though, is from home, online, and that's also where you'll likely find the best deals.
The countdown to Christmas is on. Black Friday remains the unofficial kickoff to the holiday shopping season. And while some shoppers can't resist the traditional post-Thanksgiving stakeout, experts predict much of that shopping will go virtual.
One of the things we're seeing this season is, due to the pandemic, a lot of people are shifting their shopping online for the first time.
Despite the financial woes brought on by an international pandemic, the National Retail Federation is expecting total holiday sales to increase between 3.6 and 5.2%. Online shopping giants like Amazon are seeing their biggest season yet, and all those deals will last longer this year.
What's different about this Black Friday is not only that more and more people are going to be shopping online, but we're going to see a merging of Black Friday and Cyber Monday.
So which deals are best sought on Black Friday?
Black Friday is going to be your best day to get deals on categories like TVs and appliances. But if you're in the market for toys or computers, you'll want to wait till the weekend following Thanksgiving.
If you are venturing out for Black Friday, expect lines, not only because die-hard shoppers still love the tradition, but also due to capacity limits under the pandemic.
We did a Black Friday before, how there's lots of people. This was the only store that was doing in person, like waiting in line. With the pandemic, everything is different, right? We're just trying to navigate our way through it.
With shoppers eager to spend on family members they haven't seen in months, deal hunters will want a head start.
The good news is that the deals are going to last all weekend long. The bad news is that items might not last all weekend long.
Proof that even in a pandemic, holiday shopping carries on.
And I've been covering Black Friday for many years, but not once have I ever made a Black Friday purchase. So we'll see if there's still time for that to change before the end of the day. I have to tell you, Eric and Netta, the #1 prize to win out here today is the PlayStation 5. It seems everyone wants it. It's not cheap and it's not on sale, but the fact that it's available today makes everyone want one. We spoke to a man earlier who waited up all night at home, kept refreshing his screen, bought one, and then he came and picked it up in person, and you could just see the glory in his face. He was pumped.
Mission accomplished for him.
Yeah, even behind his mask, you knew he was smiling. All right, thanks a lot, Naomi, for that report from New York City. Boy, a bit eerie to see no lines there in such a hustling and bustling city there.
I know. I mean, for her to say, you know, at 2 a.m. they were lined up, but now it's just so chill. That's New York. My goodness.
Yeah, and we've got a live look here at some shoppers at Best Buy in La Jolla. Doesn't look like there's any waiting in line. They opened up at 5 a.m. for the Black Friday deals. Most of the other major retailers are opening today for Black Friday as well. So, are you planning on shopping? Are you going to go out there to a Best Buy, a big box store, or a small mom and pop store? Let us know. Just go to social media using the hashtag #UpWith8. We'd like to know what your plans are on this Black Friday. We're still looking for a shopper in there if anyone showed up here dark and early to get into Best Buy for those deals. Maybe they're trying to get that PS5. So it's just not just major companies that have the deals this week, and we touched on this a little bit. Tomorrow is Small Business Saturday, of course, so very crucial this year because of the pandemic that we support our local businesses. According to American Express, for every $1 spent at a small business, 67 cents stays within our local economy here. So coming up at 6:30, we're actually going to check in live with some small local businesses to see how we can all support them. And I know we've been, Netta, you and I have been supporting our local restaurants for Thanksgiving here.
Yeah, of course, and it's so important to do. I mean, to see these businesses struggle so hard through this pandemic, not the same crowds, not the same, you know, obviously money that's coming in. They desperately need as much help as we can. So I'm looking forward to that segment here coming up. Here's a great view for you this morning, kind of festive with the lights around the palm trees. How San Diego is this? San Diego for the holidays. This is in Pacific Beach and clear skies across this coastline here. Our coastline, no marine layer in sight. You know, the day before Thanksgiving, we had those clouds rolling on in, and not the case. That's because the wind direction completely opposite here this morning. And we're noticing some pretty strong wind gusts already. 56 in places like Hauser Mountain, Big Black Mountain, and Sill Hill. We know Sill Hill, that's a popular spot. Some of the strongest gusts come through that area. So already since about midnight, we've noticed these are the peak gusts so far. Right now, taking a look at the current gusts, 38 in Alpine. You're at 30 in Julian, 26 in Laguna Boulevard, also a little breezy, and Escondido, you're noticing it as well. Overall, we will see that east to west wind continue on throughout the day into tomorrow as well. So the Santa Ana wind event is going to last at least the next 24 to 36 hours. We'll continue to feel that breeze here. It's that warmer wind that comes in from the desert, moves down our foothills into our coastline. It really dries everything out in its path, and you may already feel that it's dry out there. Definitely noticing that big change here. Here's a look at that relative humidity down into the teens for Ramona, Poway, even the coastline. You've dropped way low. A couple days ago, we were in the 80s and 90s when it came to our humidity numbers. As far as what you'll notice with temperatures, it'll feel a little bit warmer today. We'll continue to warm up Saturday and Sunday into the low 70s. Inland, get ready for the upper 70s for this coming weekend with a lot of sunshine and those dry offshore winds. A check of traffic here, as you see, not much going on at all. No major incidents to report, pretty much in the green, normal speeds all across town. Eric.